guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this spring colorful makeup right here. This was definitely a trust the process moment, but I absolutely fell in love with this look. So if you guys would like to see how I did this look right here, just keep on watching. Okay, you guys, let's get started. So I'm starting off with my eyebrows already done, and I went in with the P. Louise base in Rumor 3 to prime my eyelids. Now I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I'm taking that orange color right there and a small fluffy brush. I'm creating my shape first, and then I'm going to go in and blend the edges afterwards. So this is what it should look like when the orange color is all blended. Now I'm going in with the Warrior 3 palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm taking this color right here. It looks kind of like pinkish red, but it has kind of an orange hue to it. So I'm just applying that a little bit lower in my crease, and then I'm going back in with the previous brush that we used just to blend those two colors together. So now I'm going in with the Profusions Ultra Cool palette, and I'm taking this navy blue color right here and applying it on my lid. So this is where I definitely had to trust the process. I felt like I was like messing up the look at this point, but I'm like, you know what? We just gonna keep going and see how this goes. I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I was still kind of freestyling at the same time. But I'm applying this navy blue color first on my lid as kind of like a base, and then I'm going in with a fluffy brush just to blend out the edges. So now I'm going back in with the Warrior 3 palette, and I took those two pink shades and mixed them together and blended it in between the orange color and the navy color just to help give a more flawless blend between the two colors. So after that's all nice and blended, I went back in with the Profusions palette, and I took that shimmery blue shade and I applied it right on top of where we applied the navy blue color. And this is where I felt like, okay, now the look is starting to come together. So if you're doing a look and it's looking a little crazy, don't give up, just keep going, play around with it, trust the process, and eventually it'll work out in the end. So I went back in with the Zulu palette, and I took that light blue shade and I applied that right in my inner tear duct. So now we're going to step away from the eyes for a sec, and I'm moving on to the face. I took the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer and I applied that on my face to prime my skin. So now that our face is nice and primed, I'm going on to my foundation. I'm using the NYX Bear With Me Blur Tint Foundation in the shade 13 Caramel, and I applied it on my face, and then I went in with this Real Techniques buffer brush just to blend it all out. Also as well, I'm going back and forth between my brush and also my beauty blender just to ensure that I'm getting a nice flawless blend. Okay, so now that we've applied our foundation, next up is concealer. I'm going in with one of my favorite concealers. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Golden, and I'm applying that on the usual places that we conceal. So underneath the eyes, forehead, bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. And then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender from Shop Miss A, and I'm going to blend that all out. So now that our concealer is all blended, I'm going to be going in to contour my face, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer again, but this one is in a deeper shade, in the shade Mahogany, and I applied that on my cheeks, forehead, and nose bridge, and I'm just going to be going in with a dense brush just to blend that all out. So now that we've blended out our highlight and contour, I'm going to be going in with another concealer shade. This is the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Concealer in the shade 7. It's a really bright concealer, but I'm just going to be applying it on the areas that I want more brightness. So right underneath my eyes, the peak of my cheekbones, my forehead, the middle of my forehead, my nose bridge, and Cupid's bow. And I'm going to be blending that out with the Real Technique setting brush. And when I'm blending it out, I'm blending it more tightly. So just concentrating my blend exactly where I want the added brightness to be. So after we blended everything out, I'm now going in to set everything in place. I'm taking the number 7 translucent powder on my powder puff, and I'm just going to be setting right underneath my eyes and also my smile lines with that, and my forehead and bridge of my nose and chin. And with this step, you don't need a lot of powder at all because we're going to be going in and baking afterwards. So just enough to set everything in place. And then I'm going in with my powder brush and taking that same powder again and just setting my entire face everywhere we didn't apply the powder with the powder puff. So now I'm going in with my bronzer. This is the Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade Dark. And I'm taking that first shade and I'm applying that right on top of where we applied the Too Faced concealer just to intensify the bronzer. So after we applied our bronzer, I'm going in with the L'Oreal Macaroon Liquid Lipstick in the shade 826. It's kind of like an orangey shade, and I'm applying that on my cheeks kind of as liquid blush. And I'm going to be going in later afterwards to intensify it, but I'm applying this as a base first. So now it's time to bake. I'm going in with my favorite powders ever, the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powders, and I'm taking the shade 25 Medium to cut my cheeks, and then I'm going in with the shade number 20 Light Medium to sharpen my nose contour and also bake underneath my eyes. So now we're going back to the eyes. I'm taking the Wet n Wild eyeliner in the shade Black, and I'm using that in my waterline and also to tightline. And then I'm taking that blue shade again and applying that on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to be going back in with the previous brush that we use in our crease just to blend out the edges of the shadow and also to blend out my lower lash line. So now I'm taking my face powder. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Wear face powder in the shade Hazelnut, and I'm going to be using that to dust off the baking powder on our cheeks and also underneath our eyes. And I'm also going to be going over my whole face with that as well. So I applied my lashes. I'm so sorry, I don't know what lashes these are. These are just some random ones I had in my collection. But now I'm going in with blush. I'm taking the Makeup Revolution blush in Pink Lady, and I mixed it with that orange shade in the Zulu palette just to give a more peachier color to my blush. So now we're moving on to lips. So I took a makeup wipe just to remove any residue on my lips, and I'm going in with the Jordana eyeliner pencil in the shade Black, and I'm applying a thin line on my lips, and then I'm going in with the Jordana contour stick in the shade Deep. It's like a deep brown shade just to blend out that black eyeliner. And then I'm going in with the Maybelline lipstick in the shade Tease and applying that on my lips to blend the liner and also the lipstick together. And then I wanted a more peachier color, so I went in with the L'Oreal liquid lipstick again and just dabbed it on my lips just a little bit to make it more of a peach color. And for gloss, I went in with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie, and that is all I did for my lips. So now we're just going to be applying some finishing touches. I'm going in with the number 7 press powder in the shade Light and applying that right underneath my eyes just to brighten it up a bit and to also bring in my nose contour as well. So next I'm going in with some highlighter. This is the Wet n Wild loose highlighter in the shade I'm So Lit. This thing is so pigmented. I just use what was in the cap and I applied that on the top of my nose bridge, the tip of my nose, and also the peak of my cheekbone. So for a final set, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Blue Light Setting Spray, and I'm just spraying that all over my face to set everything in place. And last but not least, I'm going in with my mascara. This is just a L'Oreal mascara. I apply this last so that nothing smudges when I spray my face. And yeah, this is the final look. So this is the final look, you guys. Eyes, skin, lips, everything done. I absolutely fell in love with this look. Super colorful and perfect for spring. So if you guys like this look, please let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you all so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.